Alright, so this is the Svartpilen 401, and in case you are wondering, yes, this is the second time we are reviewing this bike. This was one of the first bikes we got to do a bike review with, solely based on test ride alone. That meant we only got to do first impressions riding the bike on limited period on short city ride only. However, this time around, we got to use the bike for several days, and surprisingly a number of feedbacks have changed and we learned quite a lot of new things about the bike in the process. It really does make a huge difference having to use the bike on different scenarios for longer periods to fully understand the bike's capabilities. So I guess this would make it worthwhile to do a more comprehensive review based on actual experiences with the bike. Okay, the Husqvarna Svartpilen 401 is one of the latest offerings from the Swedish manufacturer for the Philippine market. When it was first introduced earlier in 2021, the unique DNA and design language of the Svartpilen 401 makes it a stunning machine and a head-turner out on the roads. It actually took the market by storm with a fresh new style which crosses between a naked bike and a scrambler. The bike offers an appealing blend of on-road competence with light off-road ability and rugged styling, with its pleasing and fashionable aesthetics becoming a major selling point. A bike that gives the most mundane of journeys an interesting day-to-day commute. In short, ang lakas makapogi ng bike na to. Just to clear matters up, Husqvarna is now owned by KTM and as a result, their bikes share several major components. As a matter of fact, the Svartpilen 401 uses the Duke 390's engine, and that's not the only similarities. The Husqvarna model shares the Duke's chassis, brakes, WP suspension, most of the exhaust, and its ride-by-wire throttle system. On paper, it seems as though the Svartpilen 401 is practically a dress-up Duke 390 that has a retro scrambler look for a different feel. However, over the past few days of using this motorcycle, we've had the opportunity to put the Svartpilen through different challenging paces and found out firsthand what this bike really has to offer. Styled to look like an urban enduro bike, the Svartpilen does have some nice touches to it that makes it really interesting. The bike boasts of retro looks while integrating the modern features in a sleek body design. It embodies a modern minimalist styling with one-piece body side panels and interesting body lines that are unique to this bike alone. Things you wouldn't see anything similar to other bikes. And when compared to most of the other neo-retro themed motorcycles in the market, the Svartpilen 401 really stands out. It has design features that are unique to this bike and in all honesty, which actually defines the Svartpilen. For one, the front and rear of the motorcycle come with very simple yet striking design elements, such as a very cool and luminous single round headlight and a bright and deep red square taillight at the rear. Well, usually with retro-styled bikes, round headlights are a standard, but with the Husky 401, it becomes an iconic feature of the bike, something that you would immediately identify with the Svartpilen. To be honest, it gotta be the most awesome looking headlight around. Aside from that, one of the most striking design element of the 401 is the fuel tank, which features a flat fuel tank with a luggage rack on top for tank bags and other luggage items. It is more of aesthetics than functional as the tank capacity is rather small. However, the bulge at the sides of the tank panels add character and width to a rather slim bike. But the luggage rack on the other hand do indeed serves its function. One could easily strap a bag in rather unconventional methods. I found it very useful strapping my belt bag for easier access, especially on toll booths, something that I found wanting in my other bikes. While others prefer to swap the tail end with a tail tidy, the stock rear mudguard actually gives the bike an elegant look. It is very sturdy and has a very rigid build quality. Though I must admit, the short tail end of the bike doesn't really help preventing dirt splashes to your rear side even with the mudguard in place. The Svartpilen 401 also comes equipped with a pair of Pirelli Rally Scorpion STR tires which are designed to go on and off-road. The big block tires paired with a wide handlebar and edgy design gives the 401 a very modern yet rugged vibe to it, built to tackle all kinds of urban and light off-road adventures no matter what the terrain is. This gives this bike a very masculine appeal, especially when used in urban settings, with a certain brutal artistic quality intrinsic to the bike. A very good bike to bring to town bikes and other social gatherings to ensure attention to yourself and the bike. Unfortunately though, wired spoke wheels would have completed the overall look, but due to the considerations of the Philippine road settings and the cost involved in having wired spoke wheels, we are getting the alloy wheels instead. It is painful to even think it would cost around 100,000 pesos to have the set installed and with a bit of modifications to put them in. But nevertheless, I believe it doesn't really dampen the overall appeal of the bike, so stock is good. The Svartpilen 401 was designed with the Duke 390 as the base motorcycle. It shares a very similar chassis, engine, and suspension setup as with the KTM Duke 390. The 401 has the same 373cc single-cylinder engine with a power output of 44 horsepower and a 37 Nm of torque through a 6-speed manual transmission equipped with a slipper clutch. It has a ride-by-wire throttle that is spot on in terms of feel and connection. However, the Svartpilen is definitely no Duke 390 despite the similarities. I do remember the first time I had ridden the 401 a year ago and was quite surprised how different the acceleration is with the Duke 390. The response is rather delayed and I was a bit disappointed that the punchy acceleration was missing. Medyo different. The acceleration of this bike is a bit tame. Yeah. However, this time after using it for some time now and after riding the 401 and the Duke 390 back to back, you can certainly feel that the 401's powertrain has a more prominent sense of refinement when compared to the jerky power delivery of the Duke 390. Though it can be a downer for some like myself, one would appreciate this refined power delivery in off-road situations, as it gives you better control in unpredictable loose traction situations in the back roads. Likewise, once you get over this difference in behavior in the power delivery, the familiarity with the KTM 390s in how the bike feels, you get to appreciate how lively and capable the bike really is, especially when zipping through cars in the expressways or cutting through the peak hour traffic. Shifting is really smooth, but finding the neutral can be hard at times. Still the same observation I had before, and same still now, for all BS6 engines in this lineup. Keeping bumps at bay, the Svartpilen 401 is equipped with a set of non-adjustable 43mm WP apex, upside-down front forks, and a preload adjustable WP rear monoshock. Pretty much standard for most KTM bikes as well. It is also equipped with a set of Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR dual sport tires, which makes it a great motorcycle to ride through all kinds of terrain. The tires are proven to be grippy on tarmac and even when there's no road at all.
Looks like we got some hardcore.
Unfortunately, the ground clearance were lowered to make it more Pinoy friendly, Asian spec as they call it. While this may be good for some height challenge riders, it does limit the capability of the bike in off-road situations, as it can easily scrape its bottom on rather uneven road surfaces. However, unless you are going to take the bike on trails, the bike has proven to be very capable when we took it to the unpaved roads of Lobo Road, with its soft suspension and good tire traction doing good work of the unpaved roads 4 kilometers on ends.
Sarap!
Braking is highly progressive and Bosch ABS is standard. There's a soft initial bite from the bi-brake calipers at both ends, with deceleration increasing quickly as you work the hand lever and foot pedal. While strong brakes can intimidate a newbie rider, the combination of gentle initial engagement and 2-channel ABS to bail you out should you get too exuberant is just about perfect. Proven to be very useful on off-road adventure where braking was really tricky in very loose dirt of the Malabrigo mountain roads that we had.
God, can't see! Ah!
The bike only has a 9.5 liter fuel tank capacity, and with it being a tourer, it would really help if the Svartpilen has a larger fuel tank capacity. Interestingly though, I assumed that having the same engine as the Duke 390, the 401 would be averaging at around 28 to 30 kilometers per liter. But I was pleasantly surprised I was able to do a 38 km per liter consumption on my mixed city and expressway ride at one point. In this case, this would have been the most frugal expressway legal bike around, well, at least for those that I have tried. The bike comes with a rider triangle that's built to be upright and comfortable. The upward sweeping handlebar with a crossbar complements the mid to rear set foot pegs for an upright seating position. Seat height is a bit daunting to shorter riders though at 835 mm. The bike that I got from the dealership and the new ones being released now are all Asian spec, with the ride height lowered to the lowest ride height adjustment possible. I am around 5'10" and I can flat foot the bike comfortably. A rider at 5'4" may find himself tiptoeing, however, since the motorcycle comes in at a featherweight 152 kilograms and comes with a narrow seat, managing the heft of the motorcycle with one foot down will often be an easy task to manage, so no worries. Likewise, the riding position may look a bit aggressive, but it is not far off from that of the Duke 390. It is still comfortable even on long rides. The narrow and slender seat might look a little bit uncomfortable at first, but it actually provides good cushioning and is actually very pleasant to ride several hours on the saddle. The ride to the off-roads of Lobo and back to Manila lasted for several hours, and it was surprising I did not have sore bottoms after the ride. So all is good. The bike features a Bosch anti-lock braking system, or ABS for short, with two rider modes, road and a supermoto mode which disables rear ABS. The ABS engagement of the 401 is not very intrusive to the braking feel on the levers and adequately stops the motorcycle during emergency braking maneuvers. It also features an up and down quick shifter, something that is hard to find in other bikes of the same bike category. It may not be the smoothest quick shifting around and can feel a bit jerky at times, but do note that this is a very premium feature for its price point. The lighting array of the 401 is perhaps one of the best in the price range of the motorcycle. The round LED headlight up front has aesthetically pleasing halo lights and throws a very bright and precise beam of lights on the road, even on very dark expressways of Luzon. Though I would still put some auxiliary lights for added measure, especially if you need to bring this off-road in the thick of the night. The bike comes LED all around and fashionable at that without intruding with the classic look of the bike. The instrument cluster may be a simple LCD display, but it's complete with information. Besides, the design was made to match the bike's design, so it figures that it will look basic. The handlebar switches are backlit and feel very much premium to the touch. And it also gets adjustable brake and clutch levers as standard. Overall, the Husqvarna Svartpilen 401 has a very iconic design which definitely sets itself apart from most of the other neo-retro motorcycle options in the market. It is a fashion-conscious, single-cylinder, urban commuter with ability to tackle back roads. A bike you can bring to social gatherings and then go solo into the wilderness. It gives a very classic vibe, yet provides the modern amenities for convenience. An all-around fun bike, and there seems to be no limits to its practicality. All the things you might possibly want in one small package. And yes, just as I mentioned before, this bike is something riders will often choose to buy into the lifestyle and be prepared to pay a premium for it. You don't buy the bike just as it is. You buy the lifestyle that comes with it. And with that, the experience. And with that, I guess I'll end my vlog here. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do hit the thumbs up and subscribe to BossTL PH. While at it, don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified of our new uploads. Alright? And as I always say, stay awesome, stay safe, see you in the next episode. Bye for now.